took a lot of discipline, and a big thing to me that the kids know, discipline, honor, and respect is a big deal to me. I was taught that from the legendary Mr. Holloman. When he retired from here, I took over, and I learned that from him when I was at Topeka High and when I had him as a teacher. So I've carried that on, and that's one of the first things that we teach the kids, how to take care of their instruments, all that good stuff. So they are a little bit nervous on both sides, so if we can give them a huge round of applause before we start, I think it will help. So thank you so much for your support for both the orchestra and the band. Big shout out to our 5th grade teachers and our principal. All of our principals, everybody here is so supportive of the band. So we got to thank them. Our wonderful building operators, everybody involved in getting all the chairs and everything. We want to thank the Sandy, everybody that ordered the chairs, everything. So there's a lot in making this happen. So we're going to start off. The band's going to do their very first note, a song called And We're Off, and it's just one note. It was the very first note they learned. And then we're going to start our second selection with their first song they learned called Au Clair de la Lune. Here we go. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, and. There's so many mechanics that go on. They're tapping their foot. They have to form what we call an umbilical, a fancy term in music, just to produce a sound. And at first, a lot of them were going, and nothing was coming out but except tears. So to have them do that and the confidence, and if you notice the discipline, they all come up together and they all come down together. That's once again a big deal in our teachings, that we teach them to be respectful to the instruments because they owe it to you and to the audience to put a good show. So here's our first one called Au Clair de la Lune, and you'll hear actually 3 notes. You'll hear some rest, you'll hear some all kinds of stuff. So here we go with our first selection called Au Clair de la Lune. Remember to repeat. 1, 2, 3, and.
I'm Mrs. Page. I'm not as loud as Mr. Cruz, I'm using a microphone. I don't teach band. So we're going to start off on the orchestra side with a kind of a warm-up song, which uses 2 of our open strings, D and A. And I think this is the first year that I've taught here that we've actually used bows on our first concert. So they have worked really, really hard to be able to do that. So we hope you enjoy Ups and Downs.
instruments they're learning, their notes are different. So a lot of people ask me, how come I grab the flute book and I play trumpet and the notes don't sound right? Because they're different keys, so that's why we can't grab a violin book and put it on a saxophone, so it wouldn't work. So here we go with our version of Hot Cross Buns.
This song doesn't need very much introduction. It's called Hot Cross Buns.
Come back. He's going to the bathroom. He knows where to go. He knows where to go.
But make sure he's going to the bathroom, not nowhere